I wanted to share my thoughts on whether or not I feel taking Wegovy is even worth it. So let's get into it. Hi, my name is Kia, and welcome to my channel. So let's go back to the 0.25 through 1 milligram doses, okay? Very quickly, in the lower dosages, I came to realize that this medication was just simply a tool. Now, a valuable one for sure, but it does not run on autopilot. It is not like a magical medication that you inject in yourself and several months later you wake up half your size. It doesn't work like that. At least it doesn't for me. There are some things that you must do to ensure that you're going to have a successful and sustainable weight loss journey while taking this medication. So for now, let's talk about one of the most dreaded parts of taking this Wegovy for sure for many. It's the injection, like just injecting it into your body. I know that was really off-putting for me, and to be quite honest, um, it hurts. I found that when I inject myself in the thigh, I have less side effects. Okay, I just alternate thighs, each week. I had some pretty intense and, to be quite honest, almost unbearable, like migraine level headaches when I injected the medication in my upper arm. So, needless to say, I stopped doing that. At the first time, I thought, it was some other stuff I had going on, and so I just put it on that. But then the second week that I tried it, and the same exact thing happened, mm-mm. It 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 was definitely linked. My stomach, it just isn't an option. This medication has been known to cause gastrointestinal disturbances, and so it's a hard no for me. But if you aren't afraid of, the aforementioned and tummy upset and stuff like that, just the thought of it makes me a little nervous. Then I suggest you try all the injection sites, and you can see for yourself how your body responds to, the different injection sites. But just so you know, you may suffer a little bit, like I did with, you know, each week I had that severe headache, and it didn't just go away with Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol. So just be aware that depending on where you inject yourself, whether it be the upper arm, the thigh, or the stomach, you may have some side effects that you weren't anticipating. It happens, unfortunately. Let's talk about what this medication does not tolerate. It does not, for the most part, tolerate greasy foods. Wegovy does not like it. Doesn't like it. We're talking about foods like donuts, bacon, French fries, onion rings, sausages with a high fat content, stuff like that. You will be nauseous, bloated. You will have gas, painful gas. The type that get caught up in your ribs. You cannot expect to continue your former way of eating. And I, I only say that if you didn't have a very healthy way of eating prior to starting this medication. Like if you were on a standard American diet, eating a lot of processed food, high fat content food, greasy food, and then you start this medication, you can't expect to eat the way you were eating before, because there will be consequences. And I mean, you will be sick. Okay. So I learned very early on um, that it was best to have a healthy eating plan in place with balanced meals and healthy snacks to avoid, those repercussions. So that's one thing that you need to be aware of. And to be quite honest, I wasn't I wasn't aware of it. I didn't know. I think I had like a few of those um, pumpkin donut holes, and the nausea was real. What a regret. And honestly, even though I did research like my doctor suggested, I didn't run across the foods to avoid. Not that I would be eating bad foods, and trying to have a healthy lifestyle and being on a weight loss journey. But, there are times, especially as women, we have cravings. We may crave a few French fries, that's salty, or we may crave some chocolate or something like that. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. It's just I wasn't aware of how sick you could get from eating a slice of bacon or, having a few donut holes. Who would have thought? I'm just saying, if you're taking this medication, think about it. Um, you know, maybe your system is a lot more forgiving than mine, but if it's not, and you don't want to go through what I described earlier, don't do it. Take my word for it. Just don't do it. There will be repercussions. I don't know if it's wise to rely solely on Wegovy as a medication to lose weight. And I say that because I think on this medication, you have to be willing to put some work in. Because even with my best efforts, my weight loss has been slow. But due to consistency, it has also been steady, as I mentioned in a previous video. Not all of us release 10 or more pounds per month. I certainly have not, but I can say that I'm pleased with how I'm losing weight. And I am now at 28 pounds lost on my overall weight loss journey. 7 pounds were initially from Weight Watchers, which I just couldn't vibe with. Just wasn't my, I just couldn't get with it. I know that it works and it works for a lot of people, but it just wasn't right for me. But I did lose 7 pounds while on Weight Watchers, and I lost 21 pounds currently on Wegovy. So many people say that the real magic, for lack of a better term, happens at the 1.7 milligram and the 2.4 milligram doses. So I'm currently on the 2.4 milligram dosage. That's what this pen looks like. And you know what? I'll insert a chart somewhere in one of these corners so that you can see, the pens if you're not on the medication or you're thinking about getting on it, so you can see the dosages. But I'm currently at the highest dose. Now, I think you should be mindful that if you've associated food with certain types of recreation or, social events, then you may not have the same interest in going to these events. And that's because your appetite will be so suppressed, especially as you get to the higher dosages. Okay. But I don't think that that should deter you from hanging out with your friends. Okay. Like, for example, I recently went to this food truck fest, and, one of my friends, she was the vendor, and I had like some jerk wings that she had prepared, that I purchased from her, and I had a seltzer drink, and that was all I could handle. And there must have been like 30 or more food trucks there. Everything you can imagine, desserts, everything, okay? Um, but to be quite honest, I anticipated that. I knew that that would happen, but I wanted to show up for my friend and I wanted to support her business. So, this medication has a way of helping you see past food and examine the relationship that you have with it. And since the latter statement is quite a big one, I just kind of like threw that out there on you, didn't prepare you for it. I will discuss that in detail in an upcoming video. How about that? Let's move on. So, do I think Wegovy is worth the hype? For me, it's going to be a resounding yes. Okay. Um, despite some of the undesirable side effects this medication causes, and even the fact that I've had to put in quite a bit of work, it's been totally worth it for me. My weight is declining, my overall health is improving, especially my inflammation. Um, I'm reaching more fitness goals, but last but not least, it has changed my relationship with food, and that is major. It's major. It's life changing. So, if I were provided the opportunity, I would take this medication all over again. I most certainly would. I say opportunity because this medication, Wegovy, it's hard to obtain in a lot of the states. I hear that the UK now, that they have it in stock. I don't know what the stipulations are for it, but um, here in the States, it's pretty hard to get your hands on it. So if you're fortunate to be prescribed it, I would say seize the opportunity. I would look at it like, you remember Charlie, the little boy that received that golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory? It's a golden ticket to a weight loss journey. It sure is. But this is just my own opinion and my specific experience while using this drug. Of course, you would have to talk to your doctor and do your own research and see if this medication is right for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to comment, like, and share. I would love to know what's on your mind and where you are in your weight loss journey. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.